This man is in business. He woke up, and I found myself all over the house. Cell phones are all over the place. Looking at the walls of millions of cell phones, the man had a foreboding. He tried to get away from the cell phone and escape. Too late. And that's when, in that various display screen, at the same time, there is a picture of a bird, and the bird's eyes. It's kind of murderous, and when a man looks confused, the cell phone seems to be alive, and it's all around the man. So it seems, the man is more likely to be unlucky than lucky. Sure enough, after a burst of noise, the man's voice died away. A fantastic film made by India. Bollywood Robot 2.0 comes back. From now on, look at this phone at the end. What it's going to look like. Not long ago, under the influence of a mysterious force, cell phones all over the city, and it's all gone, and a ghostly doctor, to track down these phones, he came up with an idea that was beyond the reach of ordinary people, and that is to put a positioning chip in a cell phone. Sure enough, the moment the battery was placed, the cell phone is as expected, and it just disappeared. But being the doctor and his robot assistant, when we get to the location, the sight before him stunned him. Oh, my god, what is that? A black cloud of thousands of cell phones are coming this way. They're flying at a very low altitude, right at the top of the doctor's head. Coming up, something even more amazing happened. The dark cloud of mobile phone is in the air, to form a very large eagle's claw. Turns out their real target, it's a signal tower not far away. Only the thin signal tower, under the sway of a giant eagle's talons. It just fell right in the direction of the doctor. Thanks to the dexterity of the little assistant, the doctor was saved at the critical juncture. And look at the eagle's claws turned into a black cloud, fly off into the distance. Are we done here? Impossible. On the other side of the city, thousands of cell phones have snuck into one place, a construction site under strict military guard, and it is in the light of day. A signal tower is being built. It just turned into a ruin, and right above the ruins, the shadow of a giant eagle forms in an instant, and started flying in the direction of the city center. Not long after, and people see it's just a lot of cell phones. The giant eagle has the power of a bird of prey, and it came right over the city. Ordinary weapons have no effect on it. Wherever the eagle went, it was all in ruins. Those two giant claws, a large number of people were seized at once, and then without a second thought, threw it all out of the sky. There's nothing we can do. Impossible. At this critical juncture, a mysterious man suddenly appeared in the crowd. Turns out, Doc, just in case, it was activated long before. He invented the super robot's seventh brother. Only 7 younger brother with the super fast speed. The net was removed quickly, then pull the net and jump directly from the sky, at the very moment that people were landing. For a while in a super handsome pose, to keep people safe, and the threat has not been lifted. The mobile phone giant eagle was upstaged by the 7th brother. Angry from the sky toward the 7th brother, straight down, a giant steel eagle made up of thousands of cell phones, swooped down from high above in the direction of the crowd. The man took his time, and threw a huge protective net straight into the air, successfully withstood the first powerful impact of the great eagle. Is it that simple? Impossible. Only saw the giant eagle breaks through the guard net. Direct conversion profile. Out of countless mobile phones will. Robot's 7th brother instantly buried. Moment of danger. 7 younger brother hurriedly breaks through the mobile phone the encirclement. On the walls of the tower. Ready to go. And in a flash, the cell phone was once again in disenchantment. Turned into a huge eagle's claw, and started to face the 7th brother. Crazy pursuit. And now the 7th brother, with a little indiscretion, will be caught in the jaws of a powerful eagle. Tear it to pieces, when there is no way out. 7 brother had to choose from the roof of a jump, and the eagle's claw turns into a giant eagle, chasing after the 7th brother. In this moment of crisis, on the road an armored vehicle let 7 younger brother see the hope once again. A missile hit the wings of the eagle directly, but this attack on the giant eagle, but it doesn't do any harm. The next 4 missiles were also evaded by the giant eagle, and then right in front of the 7th brother, the great eagle reappeared, and the whole armored car will be overwhelming momentum, and swallowed it with the 7th brother. Have you failed? Impossible. 7 brothers in the belly of the giant eagle, difficult to drill out of armored vehicles. Then unscrew the tank cap, and rub a lot of sparks from the pulleys under your feet. With a loud noise, the 7th brother escaped smoothly from the belly of the giant eagle. Thousands of pieces of mobile phones fell from the sky, and when the 7th brother thought it was all over, he turned his head. The scene in front of us let the 7th brother once again into the despair. He saw the cell phone in the rubble, moving slowly into the air. Next thing I know, that tough steel eagle, and it's in the air again. By this time, the 7th brother's energy had been completely exhausted. He crawled along with difficulty, just when he was about to die. This is a super army of millions of cell phones. They are in a state of overwhelming disarray, hurled angrily at the man in the middle of the square. Don't expect a man to face such a situation. In no hurry, a little smile, and then turn around. In an instant, a 360-degree circular array of guns was created. In a flash, there are so many bullets in the wind and rain, directly forms an absolute defense. So many cell phones in front of such a powerful hail of bullets can only be part of the cannon fodder. It did take long. The cell phone army simply became a piece of cell phone in one place. Is it that simple? Impossible. While the 7th brother is enjoying himself, in the middle of the course there was a sudden tempest. The 7th brother looks up. That giant steel eagle. Over the course again, the great eagle opened its claws, launched a deadly swoop on the 7th brother. But I didn't expect it to be empty. And that's when the eagle turned back, and I got a shock. I only saw a lot of seven brothers, and it's actually made up of a very large sphere, and accompanied by a barrage of machine gun fire, a shining ball of light on both offense and defense, and rolled right in the direction of the eagle. In the face of this huge lamp ball without a start, the giant eagle actually began to retreat, and that's when seventh brother, seeing the right time, the form of instant hallucination, into a huge net. The giant eagle was held fast in a huge iron cage. At this time, seven younger brother rides the victory to pursue, fire all the way through, a wild volley of fire at the giant eagle. The giant eagle will not be outdone. In the throes of machine gun fire, he's turned into a million cell phones again, flying out of a cage made up of seven brothers, ready to begin changing his ultimate form, followed by a giant made up of millions of cell phones. In the middle of the course, can't beat it, impossible, so-called magic is a foot high, the road is 10 feet high. Seven younger brother sees the mobile phone giant in front of, after a burst of laughter, the road is 10 feet high. Seven younger brother sees the mobile phone giant in front of, after a burst of laughter, and then, he took all the metal objects in the city, and sucked it all onto himself, and then change, an iron giant appeared in front of the crowd, a football field with 80,000 people, and so it became the stage for the duel between two giants. At first, the younger brother was still in the ascendant, but not for long. Seven younger brother by the mobile phone giant found the fatal weakness. The giant blew up the car of the seventh brother. A moment of blazing fire started burning on the seventh brother. Moments of crisis. The seventh brother is in a hurry. He detached himself from the metal shell into the body of a giant in order to get rid of that seventh brother in the body. After the giant has split his body apart from countless great eagles, it just turned into a monster with wings. And now the seventh brother, the power has been exhausted. Is it a failure? Impossible. At this critical juncture, all over the place, my little brother was riding the dove of peace. It all flew in front of the monster. Just as the monster was wondering, Xiao Hong took the opportunity to help the seven younger brothers connect to the power, and at the same time, outside the course, the assistant opened a box. A large number of well-trained Xiao Hong, heading in the direction of the football field. They've turned into millions of uniquely shaped cell phones, stuck to the wall of a monster, and a giant eagle on the lookout for monsters. Even on the wings of the monsters, countless cell phones, and they're covered in black and red. With the voice of seven, millions of red cell phones all exploded at the same time. The monster cell phone, the J Regiment, was also in the loud explosion, completely disintegrated, and a pair of wings of the monster was also blown into a piece of ash. He let out the doctor's body, the only negative energy left, and the positive energy radar that the doctor had prepared. It's all absorbed. This is the end of the movie. This is a sci-fi film, but it's also an environmental film. It calls out the importance people attach to the development of science and technology. And don't forget about the protection of fantasy and ecology. Close the bet if you like, because the next video will be even better.